white cliffs of Antarctica. There's enough ice here to raise the level of the world's seas by 250 feet. This is the world's least known continent. It's only 100 years ago that the first men landed on its shores. Until very recently, men came here just to exploit the continent's only inhabitants, seals and penguins. There was an orgy of killing. One ship took 40,000 seal skins in one season. Soon there weren't enough left to make the trip worthwhile. Today the killing has stopped. The penguins live in peace. Men come for another purpose now, to research. In this issue, Echo visits Antarctica, the continent where man may yet find the keys to many of the world's remaining mysteries. Nobody makes a casual visit to Antarctica. It's a 9,000-mile, month-long voyage from any European port. For the last couple of thousand miles, the sea is mountainous. Gales have been known to blow for all but 10 days in a year. This is the beginning of the Antarctic summer, a mere 10 degrees of frost. The last 100 miles are the slowest. From here on, the ship cuts its way through solid ice. This was the great barrier to the explorers of the past. Time and again, the ice stopped their frail wooden ships. Today's icebreakers need 2-inch steel plate bows to get through. The water beneath the ice is relatively warm and rich with fish life, but the air, supercooled over the empty snowfields inland, will soon freeze the broken ice together again, sometimes stopping even modern icebreakers. As the ice builds up, it contracts against the ship's hull. An ordinary ship would crack like an egg. This was the nightmare that haunted the pioneers with their wooden ships. Scott's ship, the Discovery, survived, but another Englishman, Shackleton, lost his ship and was stranded for months on the ice. But Shackleton was lucky. He survived. Scott was to die, a martyr to ignorance. They set out to walk 1,400 miles to the South Pole and back. They were never seen alive again. They died of starvation and vitamin deficiency. Science did not yet understand what a man needed to withstand the fearsome cold. Today, Scott is remembered as a brave man, but not as a scientist. In death, he failed. Antarctic exploration is now a precise and expensive science. Little is left to chance. Scott used men and ponies to pull his sledges. They died. Today, machines conquer the Antarctic. Scott challenged danger. Modern technology has eliminated it. Today, 10 countries can man and maintain 24 permanent bases here. This is one of the U.S. bases being built. Most of it was buried deep beneath the ice. Under the ice, there is shelter from the 100-mile-an-hour winter winds. The ice acts as an insulation, trapping warmth. The corrugated roof is just an inner skin. It would soon be covered with a thick frozen layer of snow. The Antarctic winter is still the greatest challenge to man. For 6 months, the sun will sink below the horizon and the temperature plummets, sometimes down to 90 degrees of frost. In the open, a man can survive only a few minutes. Below, they must wait for spring. Inland, the Antarctic is a sterile desert. No animals, no plants, no bacteria. A man only survives because of technology. Even when the sun shines, its warmth is reflected back by the snow. In high summer, warmth is 10 degrees of frost. It costs $200,000 to keep this man alive and well through the winter, but for science, the price is worth paying. Next to the sun, the Antarctic has the most dominant effect on the world's weather. Understand the relationship, and the rewards would be fantastic. The Antarctic is a totally sterile, unpolluted environment, the only blank sheet for science to compare against the rest of the world. Most of this continent is buried beneath thousands of feet of ice. Only the mountains have pushed through. Below, Mount Erebus, the only volcano. In emergencies, when it's too soft or rough to land, doctors, mechanics, and specialists drop in by parachute. The first rule of Antarctic survival is never go out alone. Life here depends on teamwork. Here, 2 snowmobiles are caught across the lips of a crevasse. Before they could be moved, a man has to go down to test the strength of the ice. Beneath the hard crust of snow, the ice has been tortured into thousands of bottomless crevasses. Alone, men and vehicles have vanished without trace. In the Antarctic, men travel in groups, vehicles in convoys. Antarctica is as big as Australia and the United States put together. Most of it is still untrodden by man. No single country lays claim to this continent. In 1959, a remarkable treaty was signed in Washington by the major countries in the world. Antarctica became international territory. All military activities, all nuclear explosions were banned. Here in this coldest of continents, the Cold War between East and West is dead. Nationality and politics are soon forgotten here. The daylight of summer gives everybody a chance to visit. These Russians have flown 400 miles to visit their American neighbors. Like proud housewives, the Americans have been getting ready for weeks. Roast chicken makes quite a change from borscht. This is a peaceful continent. It needs to be. There's no law to punish lawbreakers. Perhaps there's no need for crime here. In Antarctica, men have learned that life without comradeship is impossible. Flags mean little compared with men's lives. A Russian has been hurt, and the Americans have the facilities to help him. Tomorrow it may be an American, a Briton, or a Frenchman in need. 2 centuries ago, Captain Cook crossed the Antarctic Circle. He said, "No man will ever venture farther. It's a country doomed to be buried in everlasting snow and ice." He was wrong. Today, man is master here.